Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 22 of my 90-day personal challenge to create positive videos. I am so glad you're here with me. I want to share some exciting news with you. After we're done with this alphabet series of positive videos, we will be discussing relationships. We will take 30 days to discover all kinds of aspects of relationships that people don't normally talk about. We're going to talk about our relationship with people, our relationship with money, and our relationship with health. So if there are topics that you would like to discuss, please put them in the comment section below. This is a community. We're in this together, and I want us to grow together. So please share your feedback. I would love to talk about the things you want to talk about. In the last 2 weeks, I'm even more excited about that part of the series because in the last 2 weeks of our 30-day series on relationships, we are actually going to be dating ourselves. We are going to go out on a date by ourselves. We're going to dress up for ourselves. We're going to buy gifts for ourselves. We're going to cook for ourselves, etc. The purpose of this exercise is to help us see the connection and the environment that we create with our own energy. The reason we're going to do this is so that when we see how much we actually create the energy of a relationship, that will help us to set the tone in the dating world in a positive way. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times when we go out and date people, we think that they're the ones that are bringing the happiness and the good feelings and the passion out of us. When in reality, they may activate it in us because of their presence and their interaction with us, but that it really comes from inside in ourselves. And when that comes from the source of ourselves without needing someone to activate it, when we do go out in the dating world or in our relationships with significant other, we can actually create the atmosphere of passion and excitement and adventure all on our own and be a much more positive contributor to the dating world than how we normally see it. I did this experiment several years ago. I dated myself for 30 days and it was huge. It was extremely empowering and has undoubtedly affected the way that I date men now in a very, very, very positive way. So I would love for you to be on this journey with me and share this fun. Besides, who doesn't want to buy a gift for themselves? Huh? I think you should join with me. Anyway, let's get on. With today's letter is M, and M stands for motivation. What is your motivation behind your goal? Without there being any judgment, if we take a look at what motivates us behind our goal, then we have the power to increase the momentum of our energy in a very positive way. So what do I mean by that? If you are motivated to achieve a goal by an outside source, like you're doing it for another person or you're doing it out of a place of insecurity or a place of fear, that's not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of times we need outside circumstances or people to help get us out of our rut or to help motivate us into something higher than ourselves. Many times people, if we're just left alone in our comfort zones, with no real goals in our life, we don't have the gumption to pick ourselves up. So if we've got that cute guy that we want to impress and we get our nails done and our hair done for, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If we're struggling with money and so we push ourselves to go on these interviews for jobs that we're afraid to take, if that fear is motivating us to take that jump, that's not necessarily a bad thing because it's pushing us out of our comfort place where we want to just lay back and let the world serve us. That can be fun for a very short time, but that's not where you see your power, and you get really, really bored in that little cave. Okay, maybe you don't, but I do. So let's keep moving on. Now, when we are motivated by our own self-growth and empowerment and connection, that is some energy that has super impact and can be like a firecracker in the rest of our lives. Why? Because when we are motivated and inspired by our own personal journey, we're paying more attention to our hearts. We're paying more attention to what we want in our lives and who we are. And as we pay attention to that, we start to grow in character and strength in these areas on the inside that make us believe that we can achieve bigger things. So that is huge. When you connect with the motivation in your heart to grow and achieve a goal for your own personal growth, then that just opens up the world in a limitless way as you see your power to actually create and achieve goals. Now, again, I want to go back to if we're motivated by another person or some kind of fear or insecurity, that's okay too, initially. But if we start that goal and we're motivated towards the other person, if we can start to release the attachment we have of that person or that specific amount of money making us feel connected or free or safe, and instead start to infuse that confidence that we start to build as we take steps towards achieving our goal in a positive way, and we see some positive results, if we start turning that inward and recognizing the power that we have to achieve our goals, and we're seeing the evidence of it, then that is going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Now, at the end of that goal, we may receive all the things that we were wanting. We may receive that guy or girl. We may receive that high-paying job. But what we'll gain even more in the end is the confidence and the connection and the evidence that we are the master of our universe and that we have the power to manifest the things that we want in our lives. And then we can have a greater appreciation for those things that initially motivated us. Does that make sense? So I want to ask you today, what is the motivation behind your goal? My goal in these videos, my motivation is honestly to connect with you. It's to share love in a way that feels authentic and free and like a community. So that's my heart's motivation, and every morning brings me here because it feels like love to me, and that's what I want to share with you. So I want to ask you, what's your motivation behind your goal today? If it's anything less than coming from a rock solid place inside, it's okay. You have the choice today to start turning your confidence and your motivation inward and see what you can manifest from there. Anyhow, I hope you connected with this video and that you were inspired by it. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe on YouTube and share this video with your friends. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Anyhow, I hope you have an amazing day and that you are motivated to some really powerful things. I will see you in the next video.